What's up? What's up? What's up, good peoples? Welcome back to Talk That Talk with Mish and Jay. It's just Mish today, okay? I'm coming in here because I want to do a report on your boy TD Jakes. So we've talked about TD Jakes before, me and Jay, but we didn't talk that much about him. This is when he got caught up in the Diddy stuff, so you already know it's a lot of drama surrounding Diddy and his involvement with Diddy, going to the Diddy parties and being considered a power bottom. Very, very, very interesting. Okay. So I just wanted to drop in, make sure I, update y'all, whatever. I want to say also happy pre-Thanksgiving, y'all. Thanksgiving is on Thursday. Hope y'all get y'all eat on and enjoy, okay? And make sure y'all get them turkey wings, all right? So look, this is how I'm going to start out, right? Bishop TD Jakes files a defamation lawsuit against fellow Pastor Dewayne Young Blood. Bishop TD Jakes has filed a defamation lawsuit against his fellow pastor, and he said he tried to actually assault him when he was 18 or 19 years old. According to the New York Post, Youngblood made explosive claims against the 67-year-old beloved speaker on an episode of the Larry Reid Live podcast back in October. He alleges Jake tried to groom him and also hugged and tried to kiss him. The New York Post also reports that Youngblood and his attorney, Tyrone Blackburn, oh yeah, we already know about your boy Blackburn, right? That was just a little breaky break. We already know he is suing the pants off of Diddy now, right? Who represented Lil Rod in his lawsuit against Sean Combs, demanded $6 million from Jakes in order to resolve this matter quickly and privately, according to the November 15th legal filing. He stated that if Jakes didn't cough up the cash, he sued him for actual assault, and harassment, leading the bishop to file a defamation suit against Youngblood in Pennsylvania federal court. Jakes' attorney alluded to the fact that the stress surrounding the lawsuit might have contributed to his medical emergency this past Sunday in their filing. So it says, this lawsuit is intended to bring that scheme to a halt, Jake's team stated, to end the extreme emotional, physical, and spiritual toll defendant's conduct has caused Bishop Jakes to set the record straight so that the world understands the patent falsity of the accusations and to restore Bishop Jakes' reputation. Bishop Jakes believes with all his heart that actual victims of actual abuse should be treated with the utmost respect, kindness, empathy, and sympathy, and that true perpetrators of such abuse should be held accountable for their actions. The filing continues, but that is not the case here. Youngblood has used and abused the might of social media and the legal process to make knowingly false accusations for his own personal financial gain. So what's interesting is, in the filing, Jake's team also pointed out that Youngblood is a registered ex-offender himself in the state of Pennsylvania and is currently on parole. According to the New York Post, they had verified that Youngblood had previously pleaded guilty to actually assaulting at least 2 teenage boys. He now claims to be reformed and even published a book, Freedom from Homosexuality, No Longer Living the Lie. An attorney for Youngblood did not immediately respond for comment. Bishop Jakes, born Thomas Dexter, Jakes founded Potter's House in 1996, growing to now more than 30,000. Well. You see how this thing goes, y'all. I'm reporting on this because I feel like this needs to be addressed. You heard all of that. I am pretty sure that Bishop TD Jakes, him getting out the hospital, they said it wasn't a heart attack. It wasn't a stroke. So it really gets me to thinking, what really happened up there on that stage?
Now, Lord, let the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable in thy sight. O Lord, my strength, my Redeemer. Let them go in peace.
A lot of people are saying, because I'm neutral here, that he faked it, right? But I don't want to play with medical issues. And the only reason why I don't, because I myself had suffered a stroke when I was 33 years old, okay? And that's rather young to have a stroke. Stress can really bring you sickness. So I do understand that possibly happening, but he really didn't get sick. So what possibly happened to him? What happened to him up there? That's what I want to know. A lot of people saying it's a ploy for sympathy and things like that. I don't know. I don't know how to feel. I don't want to speak on somebody and think that, hey, don't take their sickness or whatever they're going through seriously. But at the same token, this man is involved with a lot. I mean, he is a mega pastor. He is somebody who is rich. And honestly, we already know what the Lord says about people who are rich. You know, he said it's easier for a camel to get into the eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to get into heaven. You know, and yet again, I'm not saying T.D. Jakes is not a good guy. But what I'm trying to say is that he's a pastor and he's leading people, and he's not leading people with the utmost integrity if he's up there preaching a message that he doesn't stand by, a message that he doesn't actually live from day to day. So I don't agree with that. I feel like he does not do that. And just him hanging around with Diddy definitely begs me to question that he's into some bull crap all the time. You know, so, yeah, I think I want to kind of play a little bit of what's his name story just so we can hear out his own mouth what he say he's been through.
And we decided one of the times he was there, it was going to be his birthday. I was able to convince my mother to let me drive her car as I didn't have a vehicle. I said, well, we're going to take him out to eat. I want to drive your car. And so we did. We took him out to eat. And it was decided after we were done taking him out to eat that I would be the person to take him back to his sleeping place, which at the time there was a lady named Sister Giles. She always wanted to house and take care of him when he came to that church. And so I came in there, drove him to eat, and then took him back to her home. Well, after taking him back to her home, he says, come on in, let's talk. You can't even imagine being 18, 19 years of age. This person is killing it, and they're saying to you, come on in, let's talk. And so I did. I went in. We sat down at a very long dining room table in a room that she had, and for 2 hours, it was unbelievable. Pouring of heart, crying, him talking about my father, we talking about these scenarios, and I inwardly just knew I had finally found someone who could get it. Someone who understood. I'm sitting at this table, and for the first time talking to any man, I got tears coming down my face because somebody gets me. Somebody understood what I was going through. Well, after sitting there and having this long discourse with him, I finally look at my watch and I'm like, oh my goodness, I got to go. I got to get this car back to my mother. She's going to kill me. So I said to Bishop, I got to get up. And I got up from the table. He got up from the table. He walked around toward the way I had to exit quicker than I got over there. And when I started to walk past him, he pulled me to himself, wrapped his arms around me and tried to kiss me. And in that moment, I literally died. I could not. I tell you, to this day, I can't remember how I got out of that place. But I remember driving home with all kinds of crazy thoughts and what in the world am I going to do now? And I finally get home, get in the house, get in the bed. I'm going to try to go to sleep. And I get to sleep and get up in the morning. And in the morning, I step into our bathroom and my home phone rings. My mother answers the phone and she says to me, Wayne, it's Elder Jakes. And I get on that phone. And when I get on that telephone, I can hear water. He is sitting in a bathtub. And in that thing, he says to me, without any hesitation, there's 3 things I need you to do. The first one is, when I come to Pittsburgh, you're going to be the only person I sleep with. The second one is, you can't sleep with anybody else because I don't want to give my wife anything. And thirdly, I will take care of you the rest of your life.
Now, I'm going to just cut it right there because that's all we needed to hear in regards to what he said. See, when somebody tell you they're going to take care of you for the rest of their life, that's control. You know, because he's coming in with his financial trash. You know, because he got money, he can just do whatever he wants. And then he could tell him that he is not allowed to sleep with nobody else because he don't want to give nothing. How he know he still want to sleep with him? Now, mind you, people do lie. So a lot of people do believe that he was on Larry Reid's show lying, but I didn't hear no stuttering. I ain't hear no stammering. He told the story plain as day and clear. But now T.D. Jakes is suing him, y'all. Suing him for this. So he's suing him for defamation because, of course, he's not going to pay him off. It's definitely going to make him look guilty. He can't do that. So I wonder what proof does your boy have? What proof does he have to prove it? Does he have like phone records? Does he, can he prove? I don't know. Is there anybody else who can stand up with him and say, hey, this is what Bishop T.D. Jakes did? But I do believe this because there are a lot of people in the church, pastors and all of that. They keep these things secret. And there's also such thing as repressing. And here's the thing. This guy, Dewayne Young Blood, he's also been on parole for actually assaulting 2 boys himself. And he's an ex-offender. In what they say, he was in Pennsylvania, ex-offender in Pennsylvania, something like that. But people have to understand too that 9 times out of 10, when somebody is going around actually assaulting other people, it's happened to them before. And that's just the truth. So I even though I don't feel sorry because he's an ex-offender himself and he's done it himself. And I would think, you would think that if you don't like that, if you don't like when somebody did that to you, why would you do that to somebody else? So nobody's guilty here, but everybody has to take accountability for their part in the process. Everybody take accountability. If T.D. Jakes really did like actually harass him and make him feel uncomfortable, he has to take accountability for that. You know what I'm saying? He really do. And a lot of these pastors think they slick. And now this man in turn becomes a pastor and he touched 2 boys too, teenagers. What's the obsession with young kids, y'all? Tell me in the comment. I want to know. What's the upset? Why do y'all like young kids? What is it about a young boy or a young girl when you a grown ass person? You 50 years old and you messing with a daggone 12-year-old. What does that do for you? What can they do for you? They can't do nothing for you. You see what I'm saying? And sometimes a person, they like, oh, it's a person of stature. When you're young, you make bad decisions. So as a youth, sometimes you get sucked into things that you shouldn't even be sucked into. Or you're not thinking about it. You're like, oh, well, that's just so-and-so. That's just the pastor. I ran into this story about, I think it was a YouTube story where a woman had, offed herself because she was younger. She was in a relationship with a woman pastor and she had a whole husband and everything. And her and this woman broke up and she was devastated for years about it. And then for years later, then she went, instead of moving on with her damn life, she offed herself. Like that is serious spiritual warfare, and I'm reporting on this because I feel like it just needs to be put out there that people that this is generational, but it's also whenever actually assault is happening, I don't ever feel sorry for the person, but it's happened to them. You got to also ask who did it to TD when now for him to do it, because of course being a part of the church, it seems to be like a normal thing. You get what I'm saying? People ain't talk about it. It seems to be like a normal thing that they do. I just saying, I don't want to, I hate to say it, but it's not unnormal. If most people who've been in church all their life could tell you about an experience of a pastor, a bishop, a usher, somebody up in there touching on them. Catholic Church for sure. The Vatican, oh yeah, they love touching little boys and little girls. They love it. A lot of people have church hurt stories about being touched and actually assaulted in that environment. And that's exactly the environment it shouldn't even be happening in. Either way, I just wanted to come and report this. Hi, TD have a nerve to be suing him because I'm sure he's participated in some things with some kids. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say allegedly, but I just feel like you involved with Diddy, you involved with some shady stuff. I'm just saying, ain't no way you didn't change that man's life. All the stories that came out about him, what was you doing around him if you wasn't using your alchemy, if you wasn't using your God-given spirituality to change this man and make him a better person? You know what I'm saying? All he wanted to do was use TD for a persona. You know what I'm saying? All he wanted to use TD for how he looked. You see what I'm saying? He wanted to be brother love. He thought he was like, oh, I'm going to change everybody's mind about me. I'm going to look like I go to church. I'm going to look like I'm all about love, 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 love. I'm going to do R&B music. Oh, I don't do all that stuff, because he already knew he was going down for the evil he was about. These people do rituals. These people worship Satan. And a lot of people be so blind to it. And they think, how could dare you think that about the pastor? No. For real, the people you least expect be the one that you need to be thinking to be doing stuff. When you hear, believe me, when there's smoke, there's fire. You don't hear stuff about people for no reason. That's just the truth. That stuff wouldn't come out about you if you was doing the right thing, period. And this the age of Aquarius, y'all. Everybody gonna get told on. And I feel like maybe that's what happened with TD. He know a lot of stuff is gonna come out. Got Andrea English out here speaking. Got the girl Lamisha, who's her friend, out here speaking. They speaking about a lot of things. And they throwing a lot of people under the bus too. So yeah, y'all better watch out. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut this short. I mean, I don't have much more to say. I just wanted to make sure I came. I wanted to cover this story myself as Mish. You know, me and Jay usually do our own thing. We have our podcast, so we do like a video cast and we in front of the camera talking our shit, you know, but there's times where I don't have the camera. I'm not where he's at. So I do my little audio thing and I cover stories that Mish likes covering. So if you did enjoy this segment, please do support, like, comment, share, and let Mish know that you enjoy when she does her solo content too. Cause I don't want to venture out and sometimes do, you know, my own thug dizzle, especially when Jay can't be around and when it's just off weeks and off time. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to come in and say, yeah, TD is suing this man. Let's see what happens with that. I don't know how much he's suing him for the defamation. I hope he have proof, because when you go to court, you need proof of the bullshit, of the shenanigans. Just saying, you need proof. But anyways, y'all, I'm Mish. We need 1,000 subscribers. Please, 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 like I said, like, comment, and subscribe. Try to get us to 1,000 subs. You'll see us next time. Please, happy Thanksgiving. Stuff your face, eat good. But just remember that plate of turkey, stuffing, mac and cheese, cranberry sauce, you name it, everything. Okay? Whatever that plate is, it's almost 1,000 calories, y'all. Please watch. If you trying to not be a big back, by the time January come, get a head start. Cut that plate down in half. You feel me? Cut that Thanksgiving plate down in half. Don't be eating that for days. Don't be eating mac and cheese and stuffing and chicken and turkey and ham and ram for days. Okay? I'm Mish. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.